bound up in my salvation, his music, and I had a tremendous opportunity to talk to him, and I want to tell you, he's an amazing person. He really is. This is an interview with Larry Norman just for you. Contemporary Christian music is so popular now that sometimes it's easy to forget that a little over 15 years ago, all of contemporary Christian music was one person, Larry Norman. With his long, straight blonde hair, his biting lyrics, and his gutsy rock tunes, back in the late 60s, Larry Norman shocked just about every adult that came into his path. Young people readily understood the message, though, and Larry is generally credited with beginning the entire contemporary Christian music phenomenon. I recently spoke to him in Nashville, Tennessee, and found that the newest major change in his life has nothing to do with either his music or his message.
This is Michael.
How old is Michael now?
He's 5 months. He came 2 months early, so he's been around for 7 months, but he's really only 5 months in development. Well, I've never had a child before. I wanted to be a father for years. This is the first child. He and I are together all the time, except when he needs to rest. You know, he came 2 months early, so his strength and his health is something that I wanted to make sure I was there for. We exercise every day. We swim every day. He's got strong leg muscles. As you can see, he can stand and pull himself up, and he's very healthy, very active, and a very happy baby.
What do you see your life being in 15 years when he's a teenager?
I don't know. I helped raise my brother, and my brother is 18 years younger than I am. So when I was 20, he was 2, and in fact, my brother, when he was 13, was a lead guitarist, and so I started working with him when he was younger. He's a real strong individual. I guess I've parented him to some degree. I don't really know what it is to be a real parent. You know, it's easy to be an uncle or a brother. So I'm going to let God tell me what to say and what to do as each day comes, because I have no idea.
I don't care, but pretty soon I'm going to leave that world there.
I don't really know all that much about what's happened because I don't ever pay much attention. I'm not even in America very often. I mean, now I'm back because of him. We don't want to be traveling to foreign countries and get, you know, cooties from India or something like that. I don't know. I've never kept up on the business. I write songs about things that I am bothered about, and I always have. And I never know what's in vogue. I never know what's hip, and so I've never written anything stylish. And I probably never will. I'll always be behind the time, or ahead of the time, or with the time, depending on whatever people decide about what time it is. But all I know what time it is 2,000 years ago. Still, that's what time it is to me. Anybody that's still preaching the gospel, I keep up with. Yeah, I've seen Steve Camp. In fact, I was just with him today for a few hours. But anybody who I once helped that doesn't really preach strong gospel, I don't really spend much time with them because I have nothing to say to them. They didn't get the point, which is that it's not a business. It's a commitment to a revolutionary message. The world is never going to change, but you can change lifestyles of people in the world if they'll become Christians. So I'm not interested in who's charting with some clever little song that nobody's going to remember a year from now. I just want to work with and be brothers to people who really preach a strong gospel.
I was glad he happened to be passing.
For one thing, it costs something to be a Christian in another country. In America, you can be a Christian and people go, oh yeah, born again, Eldridge Cleaver, Larry Flint, Jimmy Carter, right, I know, Jesus movement, Jesus Christ Superstar, yeah. But if you talk about Jesus in a Muslim family, if you become a Christian, you're out of that family. If you become a Christian and you're a Hindu, they consider you one who is dead. But it doesn't cost a lot to call yourself a Christian in America. So I feel very strongly about going to foreign countries, and the commitment they make to Christ is the commitment that I would make to them. But it's not, you know, America is an unusual place on this planet. If you notice, America always talks in terms of world ministry and world vision and stuff. We stick the world in a lot of our logos. We're so worldly oriented, and the people in foreign countries think this is a joke. They know that your own effectiveness is really in your own community. So we should really be talking about the neighborhood and the brotherhood of men. And instead of trying to sell records all around the world, who cares if you sell records at all? If you're not talking to the people in your own community, you have no inheritance in the rewards of heaven. You might inherit heaven, but most of your work is going to burn up if all you thought was, yeah, my records got sold in the Philippines, or my records got sold. It's not records. It's not how many songs you write, and it's not how high you got in the charts. Are people singing your songs 20 years later because it still has meaning, even though there are no lasers, no smoke bombs, no big radio promotion behind you? We should be writing things that are eternal, not just at #1 with a bullet this year and old hat next year.
No one treats me kind. I don't